Valiant Thor. Now,
What's up,
that
y'all?
doesn't
I'm
mean that
back.
I'm a skeptic. I am not a skeptic. I do believe that
Hit
we
that
are
like
not
button
alone
on the
on the
way in.
universe.
Welcome to my
Like I
channel,
said, if you're familiar
Alien
with my channel,
Society.
you know that I am a believer,
Are you ready
but
to be
I'm not
red
one of those
pilled?
that just lay down and believe everything
Are you
that someone
sure?
spews out.
Then check
Um,
this out.
I do have
What if
some
I was to
videos coming
tell
up
you that
in
you are
regarding
more
to the
than a human being?
U8P phenomenon,
If you heard this
aka
before, then you clearly know
UFOs.
where I'm getting at with
Um,
this.
the whistleblowers
Do
that
you
came
think
out
that you are a
from David
regular human
Gruss
being who was
to
born to
somewhat
just live
Lou
and die?
Alazando as well, and there's going to be quite a couple others,
Today,
as
I'm
you guys
definitely
will
going to be
soon
talking about
see
Enki as well
months
as
to come.
Jesus, their connection.
But in this video, I just want to talk about my
Many
rundown of
people
my
may not
channel to
agree
the new
with me, and that's
subscribers, so you get
fine.
an
I'm
idea
not here for people
of
to
what my
agree with
channel
me,
is all
but
about.
also to open their minds to
I'm
see
pretty much
that
about
we live in a planet
paranormal,
where deception
believe in
has been
extraterrestrial
its
life,
main
and
course, if you
that's
get what
pretty
I'm
much
saying.
it. I go deeply
If you are
into
supposedly religious, right,
claims.
then you
People
would know that the
contactee
Bible
claims,
clearly
people that claim
points
that they
out
had contacts with
some type of
extraterrestrials,
deception
or
because Lucifer
that they
lives on the
had
planet
some
Earth
type of
under the name Satan, right?
witness to some of those things.
So it's weird
So
how
I,
some
I
people
go
just
deep
don't
into
see
those
that
stories
we live
so
in a
you guys
planet
know.
where
So I'm going to show you a couple of
Satan is in
videos that you'll
control,
see
and Satan
that
doesn't
I've
want you to
posted.
know, nor me,
I'm sure a lot of
that you
people
are
haven't
a
seen the videos.
human being
My
who
YouTube
was
haven't
born
been
to
active
live, fulfill a
for a
purpose, and
while.
die.
I was very busy, so it was hard for
I
me
don't
to
think it ends
do
there,
the
y'all.
YouTube
It really
thing.
doesn't.
But you guys
Um,
can clearly see
I
that
know a
my
lot of people will
my
be like,
channel
okay, Enki
videos
and
were doing
Jesus are
pretty
not the
good.
same.
68,000 views,
However,
40,000
I
views. All the
personally
Valiant Thor
believe that
story, because
Enki
that
and
was my
Jesus,
main
yes, Jesus
thing,
Christ,
was to
who
come
was
out
the Roman
with the
Catholics
story,
called God in the
um,
flesh,
to show people
again,
that
this is
this is
not
a bunch of
stoning
nonsense,
religion or
at the
anything
end of
of
the
that
day.
nature.
But that's
What
not
I'm
what this
presenting
video is
is
about.
for
This video is
educational
about just
purposes.
to give you a
Have an
rundown of
open
my
mind
channel.
before you start
But I did
judging.
start it off with the
If you
Valiant Thor
disagree, that's
story and all
fine.
the facts
But
that
at
I
the end of the
received,
day,
firsthand
you must
knowledge,
understand that in order to
um,
understand what's going on
to
today in
prove that the
present time,
Valley Thor
we
story
have
is
to
a
look at the
hoax.
past.
Now I know
The
I've seen
past
quite a couple
teaches
people
us
still talking
what
about
in the
Valiant
present
Thor and that he's
is.
real. He's
You just
not
gotta
real.
really deep
Never
dive.
been real. I
I'm
don't
sure y'all
understand
heard
why
many
people
people talk
continue
about
to
these Anunnakis
push
and
this
all this
story
stuff, and
as fact when it is
people would
not.
think that I'm some type
And
of
I've
Zachariah Sitchin
definitely
student or
mentioned
something.
quite a
I'm
couple
not. I've
names
never read any of his
of those
books.
individuals
I
that
hate when people
continue
try
to
to, you know,
spread this lie that
make it
Valiant
seem
Thor
like you're a
is real. He
student of
is not
someone
real,
else when you
never been
can't be a
real.
student of yourself. That's kind of
So I don't
weird.
understand
I'm a
why
student of
people continue to
myself.
push this story as
That's why I'm
fact.
here to
But
teach, but
anyways,
I'm also here
um,
to learn
if any
at the end of
one
the
of you
day.
new guys
Um,
or gals that come to my channel
if you're
and want
wondering
to
who's
know the facts about the
Enki, if you
story, check
never
out all my
bumped into
videos.
that
You
name
see how I
before,
break down step
Enki
by
is the
step
god
how I
from
got all
ancient
the
Mesopotamia.
information
Um,
to
that supposedly a land where supposedly the first civilization came to being, where writing was first discovered. I guess that's the reason why they say that the Sumerians were the first. However, many will dispute that particular part there because Africa is where all humanity uh, come from. No matter who you are or what nationality or what culture you are, every single human being on this planet, scientifically speaking, come from Africa. Are you sure you're ready to get red pilled, y'all? Because, like I said, I'm not here to BS all of y'all. I'm here to give you the facts, at least of what the knowledge I've learned is teaching me, right? Because it's weird how, once again, we live on a planet where it's overly controlled by satanic, I guess you can call them minions. And if you think that Satan is fake, oh man, I don't know what to tell you, man. But Satan is also known as Enlil. Uh, There's another name that he goes by, um, but people might get offended because they're saying that's not the same religion or whatever. But I'm gonna make a lot of things clearly right now. Check it out. Yahweh is the other name that Enlil was known by. But you see, a lot of people get confused because they think that Yahweh was only Enlil. Yahweh was not only Enlil. Yahweh was also Enki, then Hersag, and the father On. All four of them. That's why they call it the Tetragrammaton, meaning four. Okay, Now, if you think I'm wrong, hey, do your own research. That's all I gotta say on that one. Because I know that some scholars are not gonna agree with me because there's always that prime little directive that everyone has. You gotta follow a certain way of getting to certain knowledge. So, anyways, I just want to get briefly back into that what I just explained before I go to the Enki and Jesus and their similarities and that they're the same person. Um, I believe that at one point when Anu left to the heavens, Enlil was in charge. There you go, okay? Enlil was in charge. He's that the Yahweh, so ahead with Enlil, and he told Enki and then her side to create, a species, a new species, and Enki did. However, if you check these tablets, you'll see that it's Enki that one that brought up the idea of creating human beings, and to take the place of the lesser gods, as they call them, or guardians, or whatever you want to call them. They can also, in my opinion, they were given the title Watchers because they all raised up against Enlil, Satan. They rised up against him, and Enki came to the rescue. Okay, and I believe they're the Watchers. Yep, the same Watchers that Enoch talked about. All right, so let's get into this Enki and Jesus and their connection, right? First of all, I was a Roman Catholic growing up, so again, I mean no disrespect to anyone in any faith of whatsoever. I'm just going on my own personal research as a former Roman Catholic uh, um, student, I guess, since I was young. I believe like when I was like very very young, maybe 12, 11. I've been raised as a Roman Catholic. Um, so Jesus in the Roman Catholic faith is known as God in the flesh. I know that Islam does not agree with that. Neither does Judaism as well. They do not agree with that. Um, but in this case, I'm just gonna stay on the Roman Catholics Jesus for now, just because it makes a lot of sense that him and Enki are the same person, only different names. Um, we both know their appearance as bearded men. Doesn't matter what nationality they were. The whole purpose is that Enki was Enki, however you want to look at him. Um, Being that he created humanity, he cares and cared for humanity. He always came to the rescue. Just like Enlil got upset with humanity for being too noisy, so he presented a flood for humanity. And what did Enki do? Enki went and grabbed his son Utapishtim, aka Noah from the Bible, right? To make, a ship or a boat, however you want to look at it, so he can survive a flood that came to the earth. So it just seemed like, at that particular moment, uh, Noah was the chosen one, I guess, and he was a king. I know a lot of people disagree with that, but if you believe that Noah is Utapishtim and Sui Sudra, you will see that clearly, the Sumerians are telling us that Noah was a king. Okay, he was one of the kings. I think I think last kings of Eridu, where Enki, right? That's the city of Enki, right? Um, I know that they don't acknowledge the kings that came before them because there was some that were 28,000 years rulership or whatever, and for that reason they were labeled mythology. Now I don't understand how mythology, as it's called, like the Mesopotamian mythology as they call it, right? Roman mythology, Greek mythology, Egyptian mythology, Hindu mythology, all the ologies that they label myth. Yet, billions of people today, okay, billions of people today believe in the Bible. I mean, I still do because I believe there's a connection. There's a connection with a lot of things. Like, you can say that we're star seeds simply because we're a soul before you're a human being. So we choose this path that we're in today. Whatever you're directed towards today, that's your path. That is your purpose. at this particular time, as I believe that this time, for me, is the Aquarian time. And I happen to be an Aquarius, by the way, which teaches me that I have a purpose here. Not saying I'm better than anyone. However, I'm willing to build with whoever when it comes to knowledge. Now let's continue with Jesus and Enki. You know that Jesus fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, correct? Okay, you know that also Jesus wears a robe. Enki's known to wear a robe as well. You know that Jesus walked the water. Enki is someone who can walk on the water, being that he's the Lord of the water. Jesus was able to walk on water like nothing, just like a god, a water god. Um, he was also to heal people, just like Enki does. He had wisdom, knowledge, just like Enki does. He was known as King of King, Lord of Lords. G- uh, Enki is also known as King of King, Lord of Lords. Yes, Enlil was given to rule the earth. However, Enki gets to rule heaven. Okay? Yeah, that's what we're getting at, people. Because if you dissect certain things, you'll realize what's going on. But you just gotta accept everything for what it is, because we have no control of what is destined to happen. It's unfortunate. It is. It is. See, like I said, man, are you ready to be red pilled? If you're in this channel right now, you should hit that like button because you're supporting my channel and my content and showing me that you appreciate the content and knowledge that I'm giving you, because I'm willing to learn from anyone and everyone. Even scholars, I don't care. I'm not a scholar, but I'm a self-taught researcher. I've learned all of that type of stuff. I'm not a professional on that, no. But I took it upon myself to do a lot of studies on a lot of things for many years. For me, I would say over 30 years, maybe 33 years, something like that. Um, all right, but back to Jesus. He was able to turn water into wine, as you guys already know. You can call that magic. Enki knew magic. He was able to go to hell. Go ahead, check the Bible. I'm not lying. Jesus was able to enter hell. Yes, he was able to enter hell, just as Enki did. Hereshkagel, he had to go to the domain of Hereshkagel to grab Inanna. Of course, in this case, Jesus is not the same story, right? But it's the same person, and they're going the same places. Um, Jesus resurrected after 3 days of dying. Enki was able. Enki's known for resurrections as well. Y'all could check it up. It's not me, man. I'm not making up anything. If you believe that Enki is not a real guardian, I'm gonna say guardian for now because we can't say gods as the ancient people said. Because I mean, if you want to say that he created human beings, yes, that's fine. He created the human beings. So technically, he would be what? Our Father, who art in heaven, sacred be your name, right? May your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven, right? And they say, give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And then it says, lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Gee, man, I'm telling you guys, this is some serious, serious stuff. As 2025 is here already, y'all already gonna see the revealment of what these so-called drones are. It might be the presence of a non-human intelligence, or it might just be something else. So far, we're getting all other foreign countries, other than America, right, saying that those are not their drones. So we have a little dilemma here until Donald Trump goes into office on the 20th of this month, and we will see. Disclosure, perhaps. Who knows? I believe everyone's in for a surprise. Do I think that this Jesus story is fake? Meaning that, do I think that he really went into the heavens and is coming back as a second coming? I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Because I know a lot of people got their own little background checks with when they try to piece together these Sumerian stories and hook them up with extraterrestrials, and they, bring up their little theories and overextend stuff when they shouldn't be doing that. Knowledge is knowledge, man. At the end of the day, and that's what we, have to look at it. But it ain't about deceiving anybody. At the end of the day, we have to be direct and to the point, and let everyone know that we all been living a lie on this planet, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Think about it. Think about it. While people would think that, okay, ancient Mesopotamia is the first civilization, they only say that once again because that's where writing was first discovered. That doesn't take away from the fact that humanity came from Africa. So if you want to call that the Apsu, that would be the Apsu right there, where humanity was first created by Enki and Hersag. And from the Apsu, um, Adapa was taken to Eridu. So do your homework on that, y'all. I'll be back with another video.